yo, Sway, you destined for greatness, bro.
Hello, everybody. I hope you are living your best life and making moves. Remember, life is too short to be wasting any time. Every appearance, I will be recognizing someone in the spotlight, whether it's to advertise your business, a product, or a service. I will also be recognizing people for in loving memory of someone possibly from your family or someone else's family. So if you're interested in advertising a business, a product, or a service, please reach out to me via email at unleashyourinnervoice@gmail.com. So I will not hold you any longer. Today's guest is someone close to my heart. It is my niece, Samyrah Moses. Samyrah Moses is a single mother pursuing a nursing degree. She has a dream of being a NICU nurse one day. She is the oldest of her siblings, has 3 beautiful children, Cassidy, Jayla, and Jacoby. She originates from Aiken, South Carolina, but now resides in North Carolina. Today, she will take us on a journey of her life, and hopefully her story can help someone out there. Everyone, please welcome Samyrah Moses to the stage. Hello. Thank you so much for coming on the Breaking the Silence podcast to unleash your inner voice. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. You?
Great. So, for all the single mothers out there that might be going through some of the things you go through, what is a typical day for you with your children? How do you balance life with everything else going on around you?
A typical day is, I think most parents do the same thing every day. Wake up, feed kids, go do something to let them get their energy out and repeat. So, on a frustrating day, I might just, since I am a single parent, just go in the bathroom, take a long shower, sit on the toilet for a good 30 minutes. But other than that, just wait till they get older.
Wow. I guess so. When they get older, you're going to wish they stay. That's how it's going to be.
So I think I'm going to enjoy. I never thought myself to have kids because I didn't really like kids before. I only liked babies. So
Babies grow up.
Forward to them being older.
Wow. So how is it? Well, how is a mother? How has becoming a mother changed your life?
It's given me purpose because before I didn't really feel like I had a lot of motivation. Just worrying about being anything I ever did that I was successful in was, for someone else. So they give me the motivation to just be better and to start looking at myself as a reason. Because even when they're growing out, doing their own thing, I'm gonna have to keep going. So
children definitely change your mindset because now you got another little one looking at you and everything that you do and everything that you say, and now you got to change your whole life. The things you used to do, you can't do no more.
Right.
So that's definitely true. So if you can describe life before children with one word, what would that be?
uh carefree, like freedom. um I don't have much of that. I miss it, even though then when I had it, I didn't do a lot with it because I'm not really, a people person. I don't like to go out. I don't really like to be around a lot of people. But now that I do be home all the time, I want to go out and be around other people my age. So
But you'll be surprised people your age might not be doing as much as you think they're doing just because they don't have kids, though.
yeah, but still, it's just nice to be in a different, like different vibe versus being in the mindset of being a mother all the time. I could be a 25-year-old, might want to have a drink, might want to just listen to some cussing music all day. Like,
Ain't nothing going on out there but trouble. Ain't nothing, you ain't missing nothing. Trust me. So, what is the best part about being a mother?
um, the rewards of, I guess, like feeling loved and feeling wanted and appreciated, and also, like I said, having a reason to do anything because I do lack motivation, but a lot of times just knowing that I have kids is my motivation to do anything, to just get out of bed sometimes. So that and then, even if I'm going through something and they see and they just give me a hug or they ask me what's wrong, what's going on, those are the best parts because everybody ain't rich. Sometimes we struggle and might feel like everything is going wrong, but the kids, they make it better.
Yeah, kids and money is what make you move. That's just like your taxes hitting on that deposit. You see them taxes hit, you gone.
Ooh.
Kids the same way. Once you have kids, they give you the motivation to do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Taxes hit 7 o'clock in the morning. We out the door.
Out the door, smoking, in bed clothes. Now we in regular clothes out the door. So, what advice would you give to other mothers to help them cope with everyday life? Because it can get hard, especially when you're a single mother.
Well, for me, I think about my kids and their future. I think about um, if I wasn't here or if I wasn't doing my best, how would that affect them? And if I am overwhelmed, is me popping them all the time going to change anything? No. Yelling is not going to change anything. So go somewhere. Even if the doctor would tell you, if you feel overwhelmed by your child, leave them alone in a safe place and gather yourself. Go in the
Hmm.
bathroom. I said, take a shower. Go in your room, blast some music. If you gotta cry, cry. If you want to punch something, as long as it ain't the kids,
Right, not the
do what
kids.
you gotta do. Because I just feel like if I keep trying, I keep doing my best, especially if I reach my goals in the time frame that I want to meet them, my kids are gonna reward me when I get older. They're not gonna leave me in no nursing home. They're gonna
Let's
even if
hope not.
in the house I'm myself, they're gonna come visit me. They're gonna make sure I got everything I need. So yeah, that's my advice.
So advice is keep going no matter what. If you feel overwhelmed, put them in a safe place.
I'll lock them in the room or
Lord, my poor babies.
give everybody a snack and some juice and
Well, at least they eating. So, what experiences in your life has changed your mindset?
experiences, bad relationships, bad friendships, um, getting older and realizing that even some family relationships are not what they seem to be. Um, I feel like you got to do research and because what works for one person might not work for you. Somebody might
Absolutely.
ignore that trauma and still go on about their life. That might not work for you. So you gotta do what works for you, and if that means cutting people off, whether they family, if your baby daddy, your best friend, cut them off
Oh,
and do things that are actually beneficial to you. Because I know that I wanted the lifestyle of being a mother, having a family, having a husband that provides, and being a stay-at-home, wife. And when I had the opportunity to be in that, I ran from it because it came with a whole bunch of other stuff that I did not sign up for.
you gotta be careful what you ask for.
So right now, I'm just focused on me, and I'm not worried about no relationship. I'm not worried about friends, and that's something new because I always feel like I needed somebody, and right now, could care less because I got to work on me.
Absolutely, because they say hurt people hurt people.
Yep.
And if you're broken, then you can't fix somebody else. You got to fix yourself first.
For one, you can't fix nobody.
No, they got to want to change.
Body's trauma worse. So instead of
Right.
those relationships and friendships just going around hurting people, yeah, like you said, just work on yourself and not be somebody's bad story.
Exactly. So, how do you think those experiences from your past shape you as a person, though? I mean, has it taken you down a positive path or a negative path?
Yeah, it took me negative, and right now I'm working on getting to a positive. But I used to be a really sweet person, and being hurt a lot made me mean and distant and angry, and like I just don't trust people, and it's a lot that's going on. And I want to be trusting, and I want to be supportive of my friends and family, and I can't do that if I can't do it for myself. So right now, that's what I'm working on, being a better me so that I could be better for the people I care about.
I mean, if you don't learn from your mistakes or anything that you go through, you can't move forward anyway. So sometimes your past is guidance for your present and your future.
Yeah, it's guidance, but when I look at my past and I look at all the things I go through, I feel like the worst decision I made was to change me instead of changing the people who I was involved with. Like I said, I was not the way people see me now is not the way I was before. And a lot of people will say I'm mean or like I don't like people. And that's not true. I like people, but when you're in a room full of people that you don't know or people that have done you wrong, it's hard to be comfortable and to be happy because you're anxious all the time.
But that's just like you gotta learn to let things go. You know how they say let go and let God. Can't hold grudges because you hold grudges, then you're not gonna be able to move forward in life.
Well, holding a grudge and knowing that you're no longer, along with these people are two different things. I mean, I could be cordial with you, but I don't mean I have to be your friend. Because, like I said, you hurt me. I can't give you a chance to hurt me again. Like,
I mean, yeah, but you know how they say when you hold on to things and like, well, you hold it and say for instance you forgive that person.
mm-hmm.
The forgiveness is not for
Yeah.
you. I mean, the forgiveness is for you,
Right.
not them.
Right.
So you can move forward with your life and you won't be carrying, that baggage with you. So you got to let it go at some point and you're going to hold yourself back.
But it's like I could forgive people, and like I said, if I didn't forgive someone, I wouldn't be able to be around them because I want to put my hands on them. But
We don't need that.
it's the forgetting. If we were in the room and you did something crazy to me, why would I allow myself to be back in that same room with you again?
But that's just like domestic violence relationships. People get in domestic violence relationships and people wonder why they don't leave. They actually love that person. So it's not so easy for them to just pack up and leave that person because they formulate these feelings for that person. So if you've never been in a person's shoes, you can't judge their situation either. That's just like for instance, people that are on drugs, people always say why they can't get off of it, or why they this or why that. If you've never been on drugs to know what that person is going through, it's not that they want to hurt you. That drug is so powerful and it's taking over their minds. They don't know that they're hurting their family. They don't know that they're hurting their loved ones. So you can't say that it's so easy for them to just walk away from that either.
I ain't gonna say it's easy because I definitely been in a situation and you end up making excuses. Like I guess that's the same thing because they say love is a drug. So you end up making excuses for either that person or for yourself and why you still in that situation. But it don't change the fact that you know better. So
I mean, people know better, but do they always do better?
nope, and that's nobody's fault. Nobody has to feel sorry for. Nobody had to feel sorry for me when I was in that relationship. I didn't expect nobody to feel sorry for me. I thought that I was stupid myself, and I'm glad I'm out. So, I mean, I never thought myself to be in a situation like that. I never thought myself as a person to be addicted to anything, but I can see I was addicted to that person, and I don't want to feel like that no more. So,
Exactly. Love is a drug. I agree completely. So how do you think that the pain that you've been through shaped you as a person? How do you think that
it
made
just
you the person you are today? Is it
it,
gonna change things or what?
it made me want to be better because I in the relationship, all I seen was what the person was doing wrong, and yet even though I was making excuses for them, I had to realize that I wouldn't be in this situation if something wasn't wrong with me. It, I mean, yeah, a lot of it was gaslighting, but he made some valid points.
I mean,
You
the first step is to admit though. You
right,
admitted that, hey, you played a part too. So now you
exactly,
gotta change you in order to better deal with somebody else. Or you're gonna repeat the pattern.
exactly. That's why I'm saying like I want to change me and be a better me, so that way once I do find myself in another relationship, I'm not making those same mistakes that I made with him.
I
Yeah.
mean, practice makes perfect. You're not gonna get it right the first time anyway, you know. So do you believe that everything in life happens for a reason? Or do you think, how the chapters are just lined out there, God wrote this book, he wrote your life, and that's just the way it's gonna be? Or do you think that you can just avoid some of the things you go through in life?
Yeah, I think God has a plan for you, but God's not the only person that has a plan for you. The devil also has a plan for you. So you can avoid some things, but at the end of the day, everybody makes mistakes, so it's not going to be, straight down that path to heaven, straight down that path to heaven. I mean hell. So some things are avoidable because if I was never having sex, I would have never had kids. So yeah, I mean,
I mean, that's true.
some stuff we do, and we can always get back on the right path. You can always redeem yourself.
I mean, once you get pregnant, you have the kids. I mean, of course, you're gonna get knocked down for the moment,
Hmm.
but now you can redeem yourself because now you have these little ones that are looking at you to make things better. They're depending
Right.
on you. So, being a single mother is not so bad, but how do you think it is to be a single mother and with or without support? I mean, do you think it's important that people should give you that support? Like a village, it takes a village to raise the kids, or do you think that people just should let you do it yourself, or would you rather have that support?
Um. Well, for me, I feel like when I just had one kid, it was a little bit easier. And for one, I looked at her as my motivation, and two, I didn't. My mama didn't have a lot of help, so I was kind of okay with it. But it's when you get to the 2 and 3 that now I'm struggling. I wish I had more support. I wish I had more help because I can't just get up and go do whatever I want to do. I gotta take 3 kids with me. I gotta take 3 kids in and out the car every time I go to the store. Um, it's hard to find daycares for them. They all babies still. None of them are in school. This is the hard part. Um, but
You see, most people be like, well, that's when you should be able to hold the father responsible. But when the father is not around, then what do you do?
These are my kids. I don't really got much to say about the fathers. If they were actually helping, then they could have input. But if they're not helping, they don't have any input. And that even for family, like, if you helping, I'll take your advice. But at the end of the day, you have to let me raise my child the way I want to raise my child. And I feel like, for fathers that aren't participating, you have no say so. I might, if it sounds good, I might listen to it. If it don't, okay, next. Because you're not here, you're not contributing, you're not spending no time. So
I mean, I know if I was in your shoes, I'd be losing my mind. I don't know how I would do that without support. I mean, I know that they'll be my responsibility, of course, and I have to take care of them, but I'm sure it's hard because especially when they're small children, they're not in school yet.
right.
So you got to pay expensive, daycare fees in order for them to go there. And these daycares are ridiculously high. So there's no options.
There's really no options, especially with the way getting free daycare even works is you got to have a job to get daycare, but not many people can just go out there and get jobs with 3 kids. I mean, the only jobs we can get is fast food because they try to be understanding, but still, it's
Exactly.
comes with it, like working weekends. If I'm telling you, I got 3 kids in daycare. How can I work a weekend?
All they
So
want is a body.
it's like a revolving door. It's not really nothing's gonna help.
So that brings me to my next question. So you said you have the dream of being a NICU nurse.
Hmm.
Why? Why do you want to get into that career?
Because I love babies, and I've always wanted to be in the health care field. I initially wanted to be a veterinarian, but then I realized that I like babies more than animals. um, I realized that there's pros and cons with every job, but I think at the end of the day, seeing those babies that's coming out of the hospital healthy would be a reward and more fulfilling than just doing, like I said, a fast food job, making ends meet. I could go to work and not really feel like I'm working because I'm doing something I like to do, that I want to do. So that's why I want to be a NICU nurse.
See, I don't think I can work in that profession because, like I said, you might encounter a baby passing away or a baby that's really in critical condition, and to see a child hurt that way or to see a child pass away, you know, I would have to have some type of emotion tied to that. And in most, professions in the medical field, you can't show any kind of emotion. You gotta be just professional at all times. But I'm just wondering in that field whether or not that's excluded. Can you show some type of emotion? Because you can't expect someone to see a baby die and not have some type of sadness attached to that.
Well, I mean, everybody's entitled to their emotion. I think, after a while, you're going to be able to handle those emotions better. And if it is something that's affecting you, there's counseling available to nurses and doctors, in those situations. But I don't know because I'm not there yet. But I feel like even in a situation where a child was suffering or passed away, I would just go back to religion and my religion saying that they're in a better place. They're not feeling that pain no more, and they're gonna be happier than they could even be here. So
So you're gonna be strong enough to handle it.
of course.
Better you than me. I I probably quit after the first 24 hours if I had to deal with something like
No,
that.
think about all those other babies that's in there that need,
I mean, I agree, but
especially
I
need.
don't think I can handle it.
Especially me knowing that I have a genuine heart and I want to be here and I want to care for these babies. I'm an asset in my mind. So why would I leave these babies hanging? Not
Yeah,
know
I guess so. If that's the way you look at it, I guess so. But
I could
my heart couldn't handle it.
the killer nurse from hell. Just because I done quit. Now babies in there all suspiciously. Yeah, now.
Not suspicious. Oh my God. Woo. Okay, this brings me down to my final question. What advice would you give to other mothers, single mothers out there in the world?
What advice? I don't know. I don't know really I can't give advice because I'm not done yet. Maybe once I'm done and they grown and maybe I could give some advice. Right now, all I can say is love them and do your best. You ain't nobody perfect, so sometimes we gonna make mistakes and the kids might have to go through it with us, but as long as you learn from them and you keep doing what you think is best.
Well, I mean, that's all you can do. I mean, kids don't come with manuals, so it's a day by day process. So, I mean, me being a single mother and now my kids are grown,
Right.
I think the real parenting starts when they get grown. When they're children is easy. It's easy. It might not seem that way, but it's easy when they're young because when they get older, they have so many questions. They need so much guidance. The world is out there to eat them alive, and all you can do as a parent is give them guidance because you can't save them anymore. When they're kids, you can save them, but when they're adults, you can't. That's the part that hurts the most. That when your child is going through something as an adult, you cannot save them anymore. If the police want to lock them up, the only thing you can do to save them there is to get some bail money. Like people, they're out in the world making decisions, and there's crazy people walking around, and you can't protect them from guns. You can't protect them from knives. You can't protect them from nobody hurting them no more. But while they're kids, you can protect them. So that's why I think it's the hardest part when they get, become adults. And that's when the true parenting starts because now you got to teach them about credit. You got to teach them about buying a house. You got to teach them about buying a car. You got to be a co-signer for them because they don't have any credit. So it's so many things that come in play when they become adults that you didn't have to worry about it. All you had to worry about was putting food on the table, buying them some clothes, making sure they look good going to school, making sure they're educated. Those things were simple, but you don't know that while you're going through it.
I mean, you could be a little proactive and start teaching them things young. I don't know if every school, but my school offered a class. I don't remember nothing in it, but I know I was in a class where they taught us about credit and how to file taxes and that type of stuff. But
But
some,
the saying is, everything starts at home.
mm-hmm.
Everything starts at home. I don't care what it is. Education starts at home. Religion starts at home. All your teaching start at home, and then you venture out and you go to school and you learn, and you go to church and you learn, and you go to the neighbor house and you learn. You got your peers that you learn from, but most of all, you're gonna learn everything at the heart at home. So if your parents don't teach you these things, then you're out there as a lost soul. Basically, I know people that's like that. Like went through a whole 18 years with their parents, and they're 18 and don't even know how to buy a car, don't know anything, but that still can come with younger generation versus older generation too. And that's a whole nother topic. But older people didn't teach their children about saving. They didn't teach their children about credit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Now in this world, that kind of stuff is important because you can't get a house. You can't even rent anything without good credit. So now I think the younger generation should teach their children things like that at home to prepare them for the future.
Yeah.
So, I mean, life is just different. Well, I would like to thank you so much for appearing on the Breaking the Silence podcast. I hope everyone has enjoyed hearing this amazing story of Samyrah Moses. I hope it inspires another single mother to keep going, even in the storm. As Zabeda stated, tears on your mother's eye is as heavy as the ocean's waters. Until next time, stay focused, stay determined, and remember, you got this. Turn into the next time to break the silence together.